That was my major point. That was like one of the things that I said. And chatters got real mad about it. The thread literally said you just lacked tact. The thread was all about aesthetics. Yeah, this is, I think, a weapon for me. Me lacking tact and me having jagged edges in my commentary might not come across as aesthetically pleasing to you, and it doesn't matter. This is something that I have talked about quite a bit, and I will consistently reiterate it in times of need, which is, and it's not even me being an edgelord, by the way. I'm not like saying, I'm not utilizing or weaponizing like misogynistic language or anything like that. There are limits to the edges that you can have, in my opinion, okay? But the reality of the matter is, I am never going to be a package that you consider perfect because I am myself unapologetically. I am authentic unapologetically and very stubborn on top of everything else, and perhaps maybe have too much pride. Okay, so well PR trained. You think I'm well PR trained? This entire problem is because people want me to be like maxed out on PR. They want me to talk like a corporation. They want me to say stuff like I'm holding bodies in spaces. They want me to say I'm holding spaces for queer media, okay? That's the type of shit they want me to say, and I'm never going to say that, okay? That's the problem. If you are, if you don't like the overarching way that I cover certain stories, maybe it's just not for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to do a performance for you, is what I mean, and I'm not going to be able to change the way I cover certain things. Isn't it just another case that when you're talking about black issues, you're not talking to black chatters? When you're talking about trans issues, you aren't talking to trans people? Exactly. And when I'm talking about like supercharged misogyny being utilized by PR firms to vilify women, I'm not talking to women. But it doesn't matter. It's just like, it doesn't matter. Everybody thinks, no, you have to serve me with the content. You know what I mean? You have to serve me. And it's like, no, it's not for you. It's not for you. You are not the target audience. And that kind of hurts people's feelings, I think. They just want me to like change my commentary or the way I talk about certain subjects in a way that like suits your own individual aesthetic purposes. And that's not the case. Chatter saw a single Twitter thread and think you're doing PR. The Twitter thread is nothing. And if you weirdo drama freaks would stop going insane over every single bit of drama, this wouldn't even be a thing. The best part are people coming out of the woodwork saying how vindicated because they always knew I was a sexist, misogynistic pig. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I should be outwoking them by saying I'm autistic. And that's why I talk about things in a blunt way. And you're being ableist. You know what I mean? Hit him with that. Hit him with that counter. Now, having said that, does this mean I'm leaving the left? No, of course not. You know, you can suck my. I'm not going to change my attitude. I'm not going to change my opinion. Many different groups from marginalized backgrounds have spoken out about the ways in which I cover certain topics that pertain to their own personal marginalized identity, and have said that I am not good in my coverage, or I'm not thoughtful in my coverage, and I think I need to hold a space for queer media in my coverage, or whatever the right? All this stuff is silly, and it doesn't work, and it's not going to work here. This is the package. If you don't like it, well, you don't like it. There's not really much I can do about it. So yeah, it's mainly about the reason these talking points about Blake Lively are even out there is because of the PR campaign, and you reinforce the points every time you deflect to them. Okay. Once again, the main point is none of that matters. Her claims are valid. None of that matters. Okay? If you can't comprehend that, I don't know what to tell you. This is not just for you. Not everyone is like, babe, is there ever a time when someone is not canceling you? Yeah. You have to remember, it might not be for you. It might not be for you. If you hear me say something that comes across as though it is hyper-focusing on a aspect of the story that you think is wrong to hyper-focus on, it might not be for you. It might be for others, for example, that don't know what the is going on with the Blake Lively situation. Maybe they saw the clips, okay? And why is it on the For You page? Yeah. Well, it is definitely for a lot of you. You just vaguely talk about rat films, and sometimes it feels like this is a term to paint all women who disagree with you. Yeah, it is. Okay? It is. That's what I'm doing. It's because it's not, the secret's out, guys. I don't like women. Okay? The secret's out this entire time. This entire time I was actually trying to make the world a more tolerant space, or at least a community that I have cultivated, a more tolerant space so they could inevitably make it harder for me to be misogynistic. Even though there are literally podcasts out there where the dumbest, ugliest cretins on the planet could just get a sure mic and just go, women are, and get like 1 million views. So why the would I find a weird space for myself where I am cynically, secretly talking about patriarchal constructs and things of that nature, so that I can secretly turn around and make play misogyny on New Game Plus difficulty? Why would I do that? A question that should be on everyone's minds is that if I am this secret misogynist, why wouldn't I just be out with it when it's literally a marketing technique? Andrew Tate straightforwardly became one of the most famous people on the planet by just doing that, just hitting that note over and over again. Why would I do that? Okay. What views need to be reassessed, though? What was the problem? To be as charitable as physically, humanly possible to people that are mad. It's probably because I even brought up the fact that like Blake Lively's marketing initiatives were bad in general, is inappropriate, and she's an adult and also has like some level of power, some level of negotiating power, some power throughout the creative process, where she could have just put her foot down against Sony, the studio's wishes, and been like, no, I'm not going to do that. This is a goddamn movie this is not a movie about flowers. Okay. That was my major point. That was like one of the things that I said. And chatters got real mad about it and got really in their feelings. And they were like, no, you don't understand. Blake Lively has no power over this process. She couldn't like deny Sony's contract or some shit. But it's fine. Bro, it's a movie. What's the big deal? Yeah, it's not. I think it came down to bad optics. I've seen women say the same things you did and not receive any backlash for it. Yeah, of course it's bad optics. It's because no matter what happens, okay, listen. No matter what happens, I am very aware of the way I look. I'm very aware of the way I present myself. I know I'm a media personality that's been doing this for 10 plus years, okay? And as a dude bro looking guy, okay, who also is very blunt and also doesn't really give a shit about like Hollywood goss in general, and I'm not covering it beyond like, it's not just tea. Obviously, there's like broader lessons to learn from the story that I'm covering in that situation, and I'm trying to give that extra credence. But it doesn't really matter. People see like a frat bro style dude and they go, oh, I knew it. He was always like this secret misogynist. That's it. It's a way for people that already had these preconceived biases to basically go, I knew it. He was this way all along. And it's fine. There's not really much I can do about it other than hope that people can still be charitable regardless. But I think it's okay if people don't consider me to be the best vehicle for this commentary. It is what it is.